Alrighty, let's get started with Module 4, Lesson 5, the problem set. And in this lesson, we are going to look at circular measurement, understanding 1 degree angle, such as 1/360th. Oh, there's a big fraction for you, of a turn. Explore benchmark angles using a protractor. Yay, we get to use a protractor. How fun is that? Well, let's get started. Okay, number 1, make a list of the measures of the benchmark angles you drew starting with set A. Round each angle measured to the nearest 5 degrees. Both sets have been started for you. Well, set A, we're looking at 4590, and it looks like we are going to be going by, that's right, by 45 degrees. So let's continue along this pattern here. We start with 45, then we go to 90, then we go to 135. Where's Mary? What are you doing here? So we're going to go 135, okay? And then what's after 135? Well, let's see. 35, then we have 180. Okay, we have 180 degrees. Forget that little degree sign. And then 45 to that is going to be 225 degrees. And then we have 270 degrees. Then we have 315 degrees. And last but not least, 360. So basically, we are just moving up by 45 degrees every time till we go all the way around the circle we go. And then it says, make a list of the best margin of drawing starting with set A, round each to the nearest 5. Both sets have been started for you. Okay, there we go. Now let's go to set B. Set B says to start with 30. So this is easy. We're just 30, 60, 90, etc., etc. So let's go 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, so on. 120 degrees, 150 degrees, 180 degrees. After 180, we have 210 degrees, 10 degrees, 240 degrees, 270 degrees. Add 30 more of that, we're going to have 300 degrees. 300 degrees, wow! Then we're going to have 330 degrees. And last, 330 degrees. It doesn't look quite right. 330, not 33, 30 degrees. And then last, 360 degrees. All right. Whew! Okay, we got our list there. And number 2 says to circle any angle measurements that appears on both lists. What do you notice about them? Okay, well, let's see. Let's circle any that are on both lists. Well, let's see. What are on both? Well, we have 90s on both lists. So let's circle 90s on both lists. Okay, 90s on both lists. 180s on both lists. Circle that one. Circle that one. What else is on both lists? 270 is on both lists. 270 is on both lists. And then 360 is on both lists. All right, well, it says, well, what do you notice about them? What do we notice about them? Well, let's see. They are all, they are all our right angles. They're all quarter turns. Okay, well, let's go ahead and write that down. They're all quarter turns. They're all right angles. List the angle measurements from, we're on number 3 now. List the angle measurements or measures from problem 1 that are acute. Trace each angle with your finger as you say its measurement. So we're supposed to list the acute angles from problem 1. The acute angles would be all those angles that are less than, by definition, less than 90 degrees. So let's see, that would be, well, 30 is less than 90 degrees. So I have to write down 30 degrees is less. Then we have to 45 degrees is less. Okay, so we have 45, we have 30, we have 45, and 60. Those are the only three that are less than 90 degrees. So there we go. That's done. And now let's see, how about for number 4? What's number 4 want us to do? Well, number 4 now wants us to list the angle measurements from problems that are obtuse. Well, the obtuse angles only go up to 180, so let's see, what do we have? Let me put this down a little bit. I can't see all those angles. Greater than 90, so we're going to have 120. It's going to be 135, and 150. Okay, those are going to be the only ones that we have. So we have 120, greater than 90, but not greater than 180. We can't go past 180. So we have 100. We have 120. We have 135 degrees, and lastly 150 degrees. Okay, and you might have to scroll it back up there to check. But if you look at the ones that we circled, now we want to find the ones that are between. For our obtuse angles, we wanted to look at what was between 90 and 180. We have that angle, and that angle. So there you go. Well, we're done with the front side, so let's head on down to the flip side of town. Welcome to the flippity-doo-dah side, number 5. Well, we found out today that 1 degree is 1/360th of a whole turn. It is 1 out of 360. That means 2 degree angle is 2/360 of a turn. What fraction of a whole is each of the benchmark fractions you listed in problem 1? Ooh, we got 2 sets. So let's see. We had set A. Let's get this blue. There we go. Okay, so let's look at our first set. That was set A. And we had, those were going to be 45, 90, etc. So we had started with 45. Okay. And all of them are going to be out of 360 because that's the fraction we're looking at. It's 345. And then we have 90 and etc. All the way, all the way up to 360, 360th. And then set B, we go back to problem 1. We started with our 30 degree angles and we went up by 30 degrees. 30 degree turns. So we have 30, 60, 90, all the way until we get to 360, 360. So go ahead and pause and finish those lists and then hit play when you're ready. Alrighty, how'd you do? Well, basically, you were just copying that same list that you had over on number 1, set A and B, and just making them into fractions of 360ths. And on our set B, we kind of ran out of room, but hey, we got there. Well, let's kind of wrap this up. We got 3 more questions to go here, so let's keep on rolling. And our next one says, how many 45 degree turns does it take to make a full turn? You can figure that one out. And how many 30 degree angles does it make to make a full turn? Let's go ahead and hit pause and hit play when you are ready. Alrighty, how'd you do? Well, actually, all you had to do was count up how many of the 45 degree angles that we had in our number 5, and if you count them up, there's going to be 45, 90, 135, 180. Just count the whole list there, and there's 8 of them. Then you count up how many in set B, and you have 12. So it takes 8 45-degree angles to make a full turn, and it takes 12 30-degree angles to make a full turn. And last but not least, if you don't have a protractor, how could you reconstruct a quarter of it from 0 to 90 degrees? Well, or it says, how could, well, okay, so you could use two 45-degree angles, or, so if you don't have one, you could use two 45-degree, use two 45-degree angles, or three 30-degree angles put together. Okay, and then you could put them together, and there you go. Okay, that's your problem set for the day. I hope that helps you with your, oh wait, homework. That's right. You still have homework to do. Yay, homework, can't wait. Oh, I'll catch you next time, folks. Same time, same place. Hasta la vista, baby. Psst, recording's over. Get to work.